So in this video I just made and about to present, and you can watch if you hang in, I've neglected to mention that the author is actually from Harlem. So he was in his 30s, from Harlem. So the lead character's issues are quite close to Evan Hunter, who was actually Italian. And Evan Hunter is a pen name, as is Ed McBain, a pen name. Also, there was a movie version of A Matter of Conviction, which I have not seen. And I remembered because when I looked for a thumbnail image to construct the thumbnail for my video, I noticed the paperback edition of the book with the movie tie-in. So there's this movie with Burt Lancaster and Dana Merrill, and I don't remember who else. Evan Hunter did really well in the movies in the 50s and 60s. So a lot of his stuff, I mean, Blackboard Jungle got made into a movie. Then he writes The Birds for Alfred Hitchcock, as horrible as it is. I don't think The Birds is a good movie. Then he, is that controversial? Then he sold Strangers When We Meet, which is made into a movie with Kim Novak and Kirk Douglas. So, kind of big stars. And this thing, Matter of Conviction. He did really well with the movies there for a few years, and then the McBain things became a TV series. So anyway, I just wanted to, so here's the rest of the video. Hello. Well, I'm still up in Harlem up here, and I read another book by Evan Hunter. This one's called A Matter of Conviction. There's over 5 million Evan Hunter books sold. A seething novel of mindless violence, naked justice, and a DA trapped in between. And that's what goes on in this book. Yes, it is set in New York City again, and as I said, one of the reasons I like Evan Hunter's books so much is that they are set in New York City. And this one is set in Harlem, which is where I am, and it's a juvenile delinquent story from the 50s. He is copyright 1959 in the book, so it is very much juvenile delinquents in the 50s, complete with a scene with zip guns. So there's actually zip guns. You know what zip guns are? According to this book, zip guns are made with a rubber band and like the hammer from a cap gun, and a aerial from a car antenna used as the barrel, because they're hollow inside, aerials from car antennas. And so that's how you made your zip gun, and you got one shot. And then you would have to reload, of course, and so there is a zip gun scene in the book. What it's about is a murder, juvenile delinquents, and up here, so Harlem, apparently in the 50s, according to this book, there's lots of kids in the 50s. That's the thing. That's about juvenile delinquency. The baby boom also made a boom of juvenile delinquency. Whenever there's lots of kids, there is change and a lot of stuff going on, like the end of the 60s with the Vietnam War and protests and so forth. So these big demographic bulges of people caused things to be different. And I'm cat sitting. There's the cat. And so the 50s are like that. Okay, so Harlem is divided into three turfs. There's the Negroes. There is the Italians, both of whom are here before anyone else. And then there are the Puerto Ricans who are new. So this is a conflict in the book. The story is the conflict and the war between the Puerto Rican gang, the Horsemen, and the Thunderbirds, which is the Italian gang. So as did I say it was a prosecutor? Yeah, the story is about a prosecutor. The main character is the prosecutor, Hank, who actually was from the neighborhood. So he's like 35 years old. He has moved to Inwood, which I really like. I've actually recorded videos in Inwood because it's another place where I cat sit. So there's a beautiful park there, and some scenes are set in the Inwood Hill Park, in a specific rock where he goes and sits, and I say, well, what rock is that? I don't think it's a particular rock, but anyway. So I like that. So yeah, as far as Harlem, what goes on is, Spanish Harlem. I guess the far east is the Spanish section. The one avenues, First, Second Avenue, out there, and then the middle section is the Italian section. I don't know, whatever. But what it is some boys, 3 boys of the Italians go into the section of the Puerto Ricans and stab a blind guy. And the blind guy, so it's like, what? You stabbed this, defenseless blind guy, who ended up being a member of the gang, of course. But a complication of the story is that since the prosecutor is actually from Harlem, he had a girlfriend who turns out to be the mother of one of the assailants, one of the Italian boys who kill, because he had this girlfriend when he went to the war when he was young, World War II, and she sent a dear John letter to him because she met this other guy. So this is the son of this other man that she met, and she comes to him and says, my son. So anyway, that's the conflict he has with, plus the gangs are pressuring him too. The Italians do not want a conviction. Actually, he gets met by some vigilantes in his neighborhood because some of the Puerto Ricans come to Inwood and harass him up there. So he has a problem with neighborhood guys come over to his house who are vigilantes, and they want him to convict not convict the Italians because they killed a Puerto Rican. So they killed one of the nouveaux who are, the Puerto Ricans are considered, dangerous, animals, all that kind of stuff. So that's a matter of conviction. And I shot a little bit of footage down at the Metro North tracks on Park Avenue. So you can see Park Avenue, downtown Park Avenue. I'll find a picture of Park Avenue to put it up. Is this wide street with these big, apartment buildings on the side, and the Waldorf is there, and it's wide. It has this park that has this green area in the middle. Well, up here, that all disappears because the tracks come out and become elevated. So it just becomes a whole different vibe of kind of more of a rundown sort of situation with dark corners, So that's where one of the crimes is, and I'll show the little footage of Park Avenue. So in this novel, the murder happens on Park Avenue and under the railroad tracks or something. So this is Park Avenue in Harlem. You might know Park Avenue from downtown where the rich people live. This is wide street. Well, the railroad is underneath there, see? In the garden part is really railroad tracks underneath there from the commuter line that comes up this way. So this is Park Avenue divided in two. This is the downtown side, and up here is the uptown side, and this is under the tracks, see? So this is where the juvenile delinquents were doing their thing in a matter of conviction. So I just wanted to show you that because you might not know about Park Avenue and how it differs from how it is they're working on the tracks here, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, this is the last from the cat set. The cat ended up going somewhere. So this is the last day. I'm going back tomorrow evening. I'm going back to my regular place in East Village. So we'll see the green screen again, or parks around there or whatever, as I continue reading these books. I'm addicted to reading. I really am. I've noticed that, if I'm addicted to reading books specifically. So like if I'm running out of a book and, I need a note because I don't know what to do when I'm not reading. I'm going a little bit crazy, I think. So it kind of, it seems best that I kind of have a book going all the time. So that's what I've been doing. And anyway, maybe I'll start writing something of my own because I have been thinking about that stuff a great deal. So, here, the last chapter, if I'm going to do something, I got to kind of do it. So, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, etc. And talk to you later.